Well, hello and welcome to the Sanga Stadium in Kyoto for the final round of action from the 2025 J1 season. And it's a Kansai derby between Kyoto Sanga, the side currently third in the table, and the outgoing champions of the last two seasons, Vissel Kobe. Well, Kyoto Sanga are hoping for a win here to guarantee that they finished in their highest ever position in the top flight of Japanese football. For Vissel Kobe, it's ultimately been a disappointing domestic campaign, unable to retain their title for a second time and achieve the 3 in the row that they so coveted, and even hoping for a bit of success in regaining the Emperor's Cup that they won for the second time in their history last season, only to lose to MEIJI YASUDA in the final and miss out on this season's AFC Champions League places on offer. The best they can hope for is to finish in the top 3 and deny Kyoto Sanga their top 3 finish. These two sides split either side of Sanfrecce Hiroshima, the side in 4th, who are level with Kyoto Sanga on 65. But the home team here only need to finish in the top 4 to produce their best ever finish and beat the 5th place that they achieved 23 years ago in 2002, the same year that they won their only major trophy when they lifted the Emperor's Cup. Well, Choki J, the Korean coach of Kyoto Sanga, has had them dreaming of the good times again. Massive improvement this season. They finished in 14th place last time around, just 9 points clear of the relegation zone. So good was this campaign, they even spent 6 weeks at the top of J1 and were actually the leading side with just 9 games to go this season. A run, though, of just 1 win in 8 games, ended by the victory at Yokohama FC last week, saw them drop out of contention for the title. Well, the two traditional powers of this region, Gamba and Cerezo Osaka, I've had to play second fiddle this time around and in the last couple of seasons to Vissel Kobe. And an award there for the 100 top flight appearances for Hisashi Appiah Tawio, who is on the bench today for Kyoto Sanga, hoping for his 101st appearance on the final day of this season. Well, there'll be quite a wait for the next full campaign. There will be a J1 100-year Vision League, the bridging season between this and the move to an autumn-spring season in line with European and the AFC club competitions. And the reason that there won't be a place in the AFC Champions League for the 3rd place team this season is because the champions of the J1 100-year Vision League will receive an AFC Champions League elite spot. So Kyoto Sanga hoping to finish what's been a vastly improved campaign with a victory over the outgoing champions. Most of their best work has come in the AFC Champions League Elite this season. They are currently top of the East region table. So Kyoto Sanga go with largely the same 11 that started at Yokohama FC last weekend, with the goalkeeper and back 4 unchanged. In fact, the only alteration comes in the centre of midfield, with Tema Matsuda returning for Taiki Hirato, who drops to the bench. Up front, Marco Tullio and Taichi Hara will again operate wide as the supply line to centre forward Rafael Elias who still has an outside chance of ending the season as J1's top scorer, having netted his 17th of the campaign in scoring the winner against Yokohama FC last weekend. Takafumi Makuria is the man in charge of this one today, 41-year-old referee, taking charge of his 61st top-flight match in Japan. Koki Nagamane is the lead VAR. Takayuki Yoshida makes a couple of changes to his lineup, with Gotoku Sakai returning to the defence at right back. The midfield three remains as they were, with Takahiro Ogihara in the holding role in the centre. Taze Miyashiro has weighed in with 11 goals this season, while Rikuto Hirose gets the nod over Yoshinari Muto, who is on the bench. Centre forward Yuya Osako is looking to end a 6-match run without a goal. So the 1-0 win last Sunday ended a run of 4 games without a win for his side, 3 draws, 1 loss, since a 2-1 win in the last Kansai derby against Cerezo Osaka back in September, which was just their 2nd win in 9. Takayuki Yoshida, what a job he's done, guiding Vissel Kobe to 2 J1 titles and a 2nd Emperor's Cup success. No silverware this year, though. The champions will want to finish the season with local pride intact. Who will finish the top team in the Kansai region? Will it be Kyoto Sanga or Vissel Kobe? So it's Kyoto Sanga against Vissel Kobe at the Sanga Stadium in Kyoto, the final match of the 2025 campaign. Both these teams at one stage or another were in the title race before falling away. By the end of the day, either Kashima Antlers or Kashiwa Reysol will be crowned the new champions of Japan. Not too much on this for Vissel Kobe, other than being the highest placed team in the Kansai region, but Kyoto Sanga looking to finish in the top 4 for the first time in their history. Victory here would guarantee that. Early free kick then for the home side. So Kobe keeping a high line, fed in by Miyamoto, or away by Nagato. Sasaki launching the ball forward towards Yuya Osako. Osako, who's struggled for goals really in the last couple of seasons, scored 22 goals in the 2023 title-winning campaign. Scored half that amount as Vissel Kobe retained the title last year, but just 8 in 30 appearances this season now for Yuya Osako. Turned by Rafael Elias, and very nearly up and running early on. Prolific campaign for him, 17 goals. Cerezo's Rafael Ratau with 18, and Leo Ciara of Kashima Antlers with 19. Have more goals than him this season. And just 4 hat-tricks in J1 this season, and Rafael Elias has scored 2 of them. It's Fukuda. Into the danger zone again. Now Matsuda. No way through there though. Vissel Kobe clear it away. Champions League elite remains his side's target. 12 points from their opening 5 games. Set fair to qualify for the knockout stage of the main Asian club competition. Making action on Tuesday against Chengdu Rongshen. Taking a break until February. No such concerns though for Kyoto Sanga. Long throw into the centre. Throw Elias very nearly on the end of it. So Kobe get it away. Positive start from the home side. Here's Sugai towards João Pedro. It's a 1-1 draw when these two sides met in Kobe in February. By Suzuki, that was Sasaki though. Hooked away. Sasaki, a talented player, but he's been in and out of the side this season. Featured in almost every game, but not always from the start. Flag quite rightly up for offside. Sasaki beaten in the air by Hara. Back by João Pedro. Hara now trying to get the ball in early. Yamakawa was there though to intercept, and Sakai cleared it away. Miyamoto continued the run ahead of him. There is João Pedro. This idea, just too much on it though for Tema Matsuda, who'd made the break from midfield. Beaten here 3-0 by Yokohama F. Marinos in their last home game, which ended a run of 3 successive draws here. All of those finishing 1-1 against Machida Zelvia, the Emperor's Cup winners, Kashima Antlers and Kawasaki Frontale. Been losing too many, but they've dropped too many points in drawn games, Kyoto Sanga in the run-in. Who's been pretty prolific from midfield this season. Sugai. The pressure from Sasaki. Struggling a bit on the road of late. Vissel Kobe, a 2-0 win at Shanghai Shenhua in the AFC Champions League Elite in their last away game. Ended a 4-match run without a win. Since, coincidentally, a 3-0 win against Shanghai Port So there are only 2 away wins in the last 9, have both come in the Chinese city of Shanghai in Champions League Elite action. Too much on that for Hara. They've had a win in 4 in J1, 3 draws and a loss since winning at Sanfrecce Hiroshima towards the end of August. All over the top for Rafael Elias to chase, and he's got that. Hara on the header down from Marco Tullio. He was trying to cushion it into the path of his fellow Brazilian. The flag was up anyway. Six goals himself this season, Marco Tullio. Offside though. Gihara's header. Sakai turns away from Hara, clips it to the back post. Sakai drops out though for a goal kick. So effective at getting forward and creating, Gotoku Sakai, experienced fullback. To left side of some real quality with Sakai and Sasaki over there. It's Fukuda. Mako across. Sanga haven't beaten Vissel Kobe in the last 3 games. Vissel Kobe winning 2 of them, 1 was drawn. Fukuda with the cross in, straight into the hands though of Maiko, made a little bit of a meal of it, but grabbed it at the second attempt. So Kobe looking for a 3rd straight win in terms of their visits here. They won 3-2 in October last season. And a 3-0 win the season before that. Out by Tula. Sasaki to Hirose. Run into Fukuda though. Hirose again. Miyashiro. There's Nagato. Sasaki. Swings the cross in. A bit too much depth on that though, and it's drifted behind. To put 1 or 2 moves together now, Vissel Kobe, after a bright start from Kyoto Sanga. Well, disappointments at every turn domestically after completing the double last season. We're always there or thereabouts in the title race without ever really taking over leadership of the chase for the crown. Emperor's Cup final loss to Machida Zalvia. The exit in the J.League Cup quarter-finals to Yokohama FC, a side now relegated back to J2. Here's Tula. It's a club that has always been ambitious and desperate to win the major trophies. The Emperor's Cup win of 2019, their only success before Takayuki Yoshida took charge. Sakai. And Sasaki. Tulio by Miyamoto to João Pedro, given away though in his Osako. Sasaki in a bit of space now. Hirose at the back post, well defended by Fukuda. Vissel Kobe getting on top possession-wise. In 5 or 6 minutes, Kyoto Sanga very much on the front foot. Not the case now, though. It's a corner for Vissel Kobe. Delivery, Osako trying to pick up on the loose ball, but gathered by Gakuji Ota. Here's Fukuda. Marco Tullio turning himself into trouble there. A neat little dummy from João Pedro. Here's Marco Tullio. Gihara stepping in though and winning it back for Vissel Kobe. Not for long though. Here's Suzuki. Fukuoka. Sasaki. Played out by Tula. Coming short. Tula's made his way up into the penalty area as well. Nagato has it. In it goes. Gihara. Too much on that from Tetsushi Yamakawa. 35 now, Yuya Osako. Career began with Kashima Antlers for a spell in Germany with Cologne and Werder Bremen mostly. Returned to Japan in 2021. And Vissel Kobe. Nagato. Michael back to Nagato again. Hirose pounced upon immediately by Fukuda. Vissel Kobe actually beat Kyoto Sanga 2-1 in the semi-finals of the Emperor's Cup last season, en route to completing the double. Collision there in the midfield. Hara is down, and Daju Sasaki as well. Well, Sasaki up again. Hara still looks as though he's struggling somewhat. Oh, painful one there for Sasaki. It's a hand trodden on and a bit of a boot in the face as well. He's okay. Harrow back on his feet as well. Going through the ranks at FC Tokyo, has played a bit in Croatia, Spain and in Belgium. Too much on that for Miyashiro. Back with Otta. Yamakawa. Now Osako. Hirose. Into too many purple shirts though, and Matsuda brings it forward. Here's Rafael Elias going for goal. Great effort. Tipped away by Maikawa. Well, he is desperate to rack the goals up here if he can in this final game and give himself at least a chance of winning J1's golden boot this season. A really good strike. On its way in as well. Maikawa tips it away. A terrific campaign. He's led the line really well. His second season with the club. He scored 11 last season on loan from Brazilian side Cruzeiro. 17 in 26 appearances. Missed the whole of October through injury, which has potentially cost him in his quest to be the top goal scorer. His winner at Yokohama FC last week was his first goal in 4 since returning from the layoff. Yashiro back on his feet again. Significant goal of the afternoon has gone to Kashima Antlers. Victory for them, of course, and they will be champions again. What a first season in charge for Toru Iniki, the coach who led Kawasaki Frontale to all their glory. Outswinger, driven back in by Sugai. And then Fukuda getting right underneath that. Tula. Hirose stepping in. It's back with Kakuji Ota. Yamakawa. There's Nagato. Challenge, free kick for Vissel Kobe. Pedro being ushered away. Right on the ankle of Kachi Nagato. Well, the Vissel Kobe players not happy with the challenge. The coach Takayuki Yoshida was suggesting that perhaps that was worth a card. Catcher Nagato back on his feet again. Launched by Maikawa. Yeah, that was a handball. It's a free kick to Vissel Kobe. All he could do was smile. He knew there was no way around that clear handball from Sugai. .24 gone, 0-0. Any real striking anger coming from Rafael Elias, tipped away by Maikawa. Tula forward with the header down. Hirose. Maikawa. Maikawa trying to play it in behind. Suzuki across, but then gave it away. Nagato. Yashiro pounced upon immediately, and it's played forward now to Marco Tullio. Trying to turn inside of Tula. Well defended though by the Brazilian. Hirose. Nagato getting the ball forward early again to Sasaki, who wins the header. Here's Osako now. Sasaki going one way, it's played in by Osako though to Ideguchi. His effort comfortably saved by Ota. Good move though from Vissel Kobe. Kyoto Sanga throw. It's the best opportunity that the outgoing champions have produced in the opening half so far. Fukuda's throw. Certainly enjoying more of the ball, Vissel Kobe, but it's the first time that they've created a clear opportunity at goal. Ideguchi with it. It's not just the one goal so far this season. Ideguchi. He spent a couple of seasons in Scotland with Celtic, but only featured 3 times for them. It's a bright sunny day, but the temperature certainly not what it can be. Some J-League matches played in stifling conditions, particularly in the summer months. About 11 degrees here today. Launched by Ota. Kyoto Sanga with more attempts, but Vissel Kobe with more of the ball, as you can see there. And under from Sakai. towards Osako. He heads it on though, but there was nobody ahead of him. Yamato towards Fukuda, who wins the header. Tulio struggling to get the better of either Nagato or Tula. Yashiro to Osako. Sasaki had run offside. It's Hirose. Now Nagato. So Kobe looking the more likely at the moment. Tula. Nagato beaten to that by Fukuda. Kept waiting for the Vissel Kobe charge that we've seen in the previous couple of campaigns when they've ultimately finished the season as champions. Never really happened this time around. Tula forward, Nagato again getting distance on the throw. For opportunity. Gihara coming short this time. Sasaki an option as well. So Sanga know what's coming though. Header away by Hara. Tulio to Rafael Elias. Gihara with the sliding challenge. Fukuda's throw. Here's Elias. Fukuoka. Elias out wide this time, clips the ball into where he wants to be. Nagato gets it away. Shifted on by Gihara, but Kyoto Sanga win it back now with Matsuda. Suzuki under pressure, managed to squeeze the ball out to Sugai. Tula's header away. An hour gone, 0-0. Things stay as they are. Kyoto Sanga would finish level on points with Sanfrecce Hiroshima, one ahead of Vissel Kobe. Tula's header away. Makawa with the up and under. Osako putting Fukuda under pressure. And the foul goes against Shinosuke Fukuda, the right back of Kyoto Sanga. 1:35 now. The goal's drying up a bit for Yuya Osaka. I wonder if his position is one that Vissel Kobe will consider changing in the off-season. Guaranteed his place in the club's folklore, his part in those title successes. Here's Marco Tullio. Went for the return, Nagato read it well. And here is Marco Tullio, just gets there, good block though from Maikawa. Free kick for Vissel Kobe. Did well initially, Nagato, but I think he would have been offside anyway, Marco Tullio, had he scored. Maikawa took no chances though. It's good goalkeeping, good save. Towards Osako. There's Marco Tullio. That's a clever little ball into Rafael Elias. The angle was against him though. Kyoto Sanga corner right in front of the travelling Vissel Kobe fans. Again quickly off his line to close the angles down. Appreciating the attacking intent. Success wherever he's been. Led Cherno Balmare to the League Cup win in 2018 and 2 J2 titles. Former defender himself with Kashiwa Reysol and indeed Vissel Kobe. To the face for Daya Maikawa. Still some defending to do here for Vissel Kobe. Tema Matsuda with it. Right across the 6-yard box and driven in. Marco Tullio puts Kyoto Sanga in front 8 minutes before half-time. Well, Daya Maikawa frustrated, having taken a ball to the face for the cause, and then the resulting corner ultimately ends up with the opening goal anyway. Struck it well through a crowd of players. And try as he might, couldn't keep it out. 7th of the season for Marco Tullio. Kyoto Sanga 1, Vissel Kobe 0. Goal that, as it stands, would put Kyoto Sanga clear in 3rd place. despite seeing more of the ball, they've struggled to create a great deal, Vissel Kobe. And now the champions find themselves behind and heading for a 10th defeat this season. Ball won back by João Pedro. There's Rafael Elias. Yamako across to meet him. João Pedro continues the run. Here's Marco Tullio. Just couldn't control the ball. And Vissel Kobe close ranks and get it away. Here's Miyamoto though. Good spell this for the home side. Fukuoka. Was late, painful one again on the inside of the ankle. Four minutes to the break. Kyoto Sanga in front. Without a win, remember, in 3 against Vissel Kobe. Kick floated in, and the header on is easily claimed by Maikawa. Nagata. Little nudge from Suzuki. Get too much change in the air, Osako. He's pretty decent in the air, but against Yoshinori Suzuki, it's going to be a tough time for him aerially today. Well, he'd been struggling down this near side, Marco Tullio, to get the better of Nagato and Tula, but popped up with the opening goal. Scored in the 1-1 draw here with Kashima Antlers at the end of October. First goal in 3 for the Kyoto Sanga winger. Ogihara. João Pedro. Ball cross from Marco Tullio though. Against João Pedro. We're certainly up for this today. Nagato with the free kick. Kyoto Sanga. It's quite high. Switches it to the far sides. It's kept in play. Osako with the header. Looked for a second as though it had gone behind for a goal kick. Just about kept it in play. And Osako using the power of the delivery just to redirect it with his head, but just unable to get it on target. Kobe going down the line to Marco Tullio. Players around him though. Free kick for Vissel Kobe. They've yet to really respond to going a goal down. They had that half chance, if that really, for Osiko's header. Sasaki is down, but the free kick has gone against him. Difficult to see what he did there, really. Well, here's the goal. Lashed in by Marco Tullio. 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. His goal the difference. So there's a conversation taking place there with the VAR. Coming of it. As Otto launches it long. Tula's header. Sasaki. By Agihara. Sugai stepping across. Tullio. Almost impossible to deliver the ball from the angle and the pressure he was under. Cap a fine season for Kyoto Sanga if they could finish off with a victory here against the former champions. To play it in. As Vissel Kobe look for the final say of the first half. It's claimed by Otta. Nagata took it down well, but too much on the ball, and Miyamoto was there to sweep things up. Header on by Sasaki. Suzuki across though to shut down Osiko. Sakai. Into the box again. Sasaki continues the run forwards. Still battling for it. Just wouldn't fall for him in the end. And taken away by Sugai. Sakai with the throw, and surely the last chance of Vissel Kobe in this first half. Sakai again. Hara clears it away. That indeed was the final opportunity of the first half, by which Kyoto Sanga lead, courtesy of Marco Tullio's goal. 8 minutes before half-time. Rafael Elias unable to add to his tally so far. He did have a decent effort from distance, though, that was tipped away by Daya Maikawa. Vissel Kobe have been dominating the tempo of the game. They've had more of the ball, but haven't created a great deal. There was half a chance with a header from Osako. But it is Kyoto Sanga at the moment, heading for third place. They lead 1-0 at half-time.
1万4214番の10名様です。続きまして、JAL 賞 JAL 旅行券3万円分の当選者1名様は1万1206番の1名様です。おめでとうございます。ご当選された方は試合終了後45分以内に京都サンガ FC インフォメーションまでお越しください。以上、JAL スペシャルデーハーフタイム抽選会でした。
J リーグはこれまで常に進化を続けてきた。そして2026年未来に向けて次の大きな一歩を踏み出す。時代の変化とともにアジアをそして世界を見据えたシーズンへ、この歴史的な挑戦の第一歩が明治安田 J リーグ100年構想リーグ。1993年に10クラブで始まった J リーグは30年余りの時を経て今や60クラブ。それぞれの町の誇りを胸に日本サッカーの未来を切り開いてきた。だからこそこの特別な大会は地域に根ざしてスタートする。さあ地域での激闘を超え世界へ羽ばたけ。 J リーグの新たな時代が今始まる。明治安田 J1100 年構想リーグは2025シーズンの結果に基づいた J120 クラブが参加。地域リーグラウンドでは東と西2つのグループに分かれ、各クラブホーム&アウェーの18試合を実施。勝利クラブは勝ち点3を得る。90分で勝負がつかない場合には PK 戦で決着をつける。 PK 戦勝利クラブには勝ち点2、敗北クラブにも勝ち点1が加算される。続くプレーオフラウンドでは1位から20位まで全20クラブの最終順位を決定する。地域リーグラウンドの同じ順位同士がホーム&アウェーで対戦し、合計得点で決着をつける。2試合を終えて合計得点が同点の場合のみ延長戦へ。それでも決着がつかない場合には PK 戦となる。プレーオフラウンド優勝クラブはアジアクラブの頂点を目指す大会 AFC チャンピオンズリーグエリート2026-27の出場権が獲得できる。また地域リーグラウンドでは勝ち点1ごとに特別助成金をクラブに支給。勝ち点1あたり200万円、勝ち点3で勝利すれば600万円、全勝すれば1億800万円を獲得できる。さらに最終順位による賞金は優勝1億5000万円、準優勝6000万円、3位3000万円が与えられる。 なおこの大会における降格は行われない。地域ごとにしのぎを削る地域リーグラウンドから1位から20位まで直接対決で順位をつけるプレーオフラウンドまで全200試合。2026年新たな時代が始まる。明治安田 J1 100年構想リーグ。
Welcome back to the Sanga Stadium. Kyoto Sanga leading Vissel Kobe by a goal to nil. Marco Tullio's 37th minute strike the difference. So Kobe with more of the ball, but Kyoto Sanga creating the better chances. And it is Kyoto Sanga who kick off the second half then, leading the outgoing champions Vissel Kobe by 1-0. If things stay as they are, Kyoto Sanga will finish third, their best ever finish in the Japanese top flight, surpassing their 5th place finish of 23 years ago. There's Marco Tullio. Pedro stepping over it. Osako getting a foot in. Here's Sasaki. Sugai challenging. Tenth meeting here between these two, and there has never been a draw between them at this stadium. September 2022 was the last time Kyoto Sanga beat Vissel Kobe here by 2-0. Bit of defending to do here. Bit of confusion at the back as well. And Kyoto Sanga survive it. Launched by Maikawa. A goal kick. Early chance though for Vissel Kobe. The communication required, I think, at the back for Kyoto Sanga, and that was certainly a chance for Katya Nagato, the left back. Not too dissimilar actually to the one that Marco Tullio scored from in the first half for Kyoto Sanga. Header. Yamakawa's header away. Too much on that for Marco Tullio. By Maikawa to Yamakawa. And they flag up for the foul against Sasaki on Hidehiro Sugai. He's been too happy, Takayuki Yoshida, with one or two of the decisions that's gone against his side. A couple of times against Sasaki in particular. Now Yamakawa down. He landed heavily on his back, didn't he? Oh, didn't get off the ground. They've enjoyed the good times in the last couple of seasons, those Vissel Kobe supporters, and who knows, will there be continental success to come? Pedro's header on. Yamakawa, here's Tula. Now Nagato. Osako. Fukuda back to Otter, who clears it away. Header on by Tula. João Pedro. Yamakua closed down again by the lively João Pedro. Certainly got through some work in the first half, the Brazilian midfielder. Tula. Yamakua on to Sakai. Sasaki beaten to that. With the header on, and Tula across. I think the free kick's gone against Rafael Elias here. Frustrating game for him so far. Hoping for goals today. From that one chance from distance, though, in the first half, hasn't had too much sight of the goal. Here's Sasaki. So Kobe closing down. Here's Osaka. And that's overhit by Ideguchi, and it's free kick in there anyway for the foul on Shinsuke Fukuda. Something of an up and down existence. Kyoto Sanga, they spent 11 years in J2 before returning to the top flight 3 years ago. The first campaign really that they haven't been looking over their shoulders at all at the trapdoor. "15 seasons in all as a top flight club. Yamato's header. Cleared away by Yamakua. Yamato, his Fukuda. To Maikawa. Nagato wanted too much time though. And João Pedro hasn't given anybody time on the ball today. Osaka. There's Marco Tullio. Into Hara. Finds a bit of space. Can't finish it. Blocked away by Maikawa. Here's Sugai. Back with Fukuoka. Hara. Picks it up again, Hara. And wins the corner off Yamakua. Gave the ball away rather cheaply there. Vissel Kobe. And Marco Tullio playing in Hara, who stepped away from Tula. Just didn't get the power into the shot, though. He was under pressure from the Brazilian Tula. Kyoto Sanga corner. In at the near post. And Tula clears it away. Well, I think Rafael Elias thought he was going to score there, and I think so did most of the stadium. Hara. Another corner for Kyoto Sanga, and they keep up this spell of pressure. Yasuda to deliver this one. Elias again getting his head to it at the front post, but Yamakawa clears it away. Here's Marco Tullio. João Pedro. Miyamoto. And a goal kick for Vissel Kobe, and they survive the latest spell of Kyoto Sanga pressure. There's going to be a couple of changes. 3 actually for Vissel Kobe. So Miyashiro is one of those to make way. Triple change for Kyoto Sanga. Kawasaki, Muto and Eric all coming on. Now making way, Hideguchi, Miyashiro and Hirose. João Pedro. Here's Rafael Elias. Tula read what he was going to do though. He looked onside from there, but it would have been touch and go. The Brazilian Eric, who's on loan from Machida Zelvia, needs one more goal to finish the season on double figures. 9 and 28. Mexico looking to get the cross in. We'll get a second bite at that. Here's Sasaki. Pedro clears it away. Header by Tula. Kawasaki. Into the box, too close to Otta. Now Marco Tullio. Hara. Fukuda. Elias again picks up the second ball. Here's João Pedro. Fukuoka, Tullio trying the little flick that didn't come off, and Sakai was there to intercept. And now Eric, the man who's just come on, is down. Well, they're doing their utmost to try and get their side back into it, the travelling Vissel Kobe supporters, but Kyoto Sanga have certainly been on top the opening quarter of an hour of this second half. Yamato's header, here's João Pedro. Nagato back to Maikawa. Here's Sugai. Free kick for Kyoto Sanga. Eric. Second spell in Japan. He had a spell with Yokohama F. Marinos 5 years ago. A couple of years, though, in the Chinese Super League with Changchun Yatai. Before he became part of the Machida Zalvia revolution, a side who's done so well since coming up from J2. Yamakawa's header. And the yellow card out for that challenge. Rafael Elias not agreeing. Elias again getting entangled with Yamakawa, the Vissel Kobe captain. Here's Nagato. Overhit by Agihara. Starting to look bereft of ideas, Vissel Kobe now. Well, the 0-0 draw with FC Tokyo last Saturday was their fourth successive draw in J1. 1-1 with Gamba Osaka, 2-2 with Albirex Niigata, and 0-0 with Kashima Antlers prior to last weekend's goalless affair. Soko trying to help it on, Miyamoto in though to get it away for Kyoto Sanga, and now Rafael Elias onto this. Flag up though for offside. Fukuda. Soko trying to win the header. It's forward here for Sasaki. Swings the cross in. Miyamoto with the header away. João Pedro completes the clearance to Rafael Elias. Matthias Tula. Kawasaki. Sakai. Gets the better of Sugai. And now Eric. Sakai. Swings the cross in. Wasn't a bad delivery either. And Taichi Hara back there helping out. Heads it behind for a Vissel Kobe corner. Gihara then with the outswinger. Suzuki's header away. Here's Sakai. Sasaki. On by Yamakawa. Touched away by Sugai to João Pedro. Here's Hara. Yamakawa back to Maikawa. Both players went in together, but it's Hara who wins the free kick. Gihara has stayed down. It's another decision that Vissel Kobe aren't happy with. It's a clear foul by Gihara. And Kashima Rattlers have scored again. They're now leading 2-0, so it looks as though the title is heading their way. Kyoto Sanga, Kashima Reysol have had a massively improved season from the last campaign. Lasted the course a bit longer though than Kyoto Sanga in the title race, but it looks as though Kashima Rattlers are going to be Japanese champions again. It's been a while actually for the most successful team since the introduction of professional football. Here's Hara. Punched away by Maikawa. Header on by Eric, and here's João Pedro. Fukuoka. Oh, now what's the referee going to give here? He's given the free kick the other way. Well, Mateus Tula suggesting that it was a dive. The referee agreed. Rafael Elias doesn't and suggests that the referee takes a look at the VAR. It's a great run. Certainly stolen a march of Mateus Tula. That's what the foul was given for. He did buffet the back of Tula. Sakai can't control that. See the replay, the referee was spot on with his decision. There's Sakai. And down again to Sasaki. Decent ball back, they tried to open them up here, and Eric just couldn't get a significant touch on it. Yoshinori Suzuki, the player down. It's the collision there that opens up a bit of space, and then Sasaki with the ball into Kawasaki. Just had enough bodies back there to deal with it though, Kyoto Sanga. Suzuki up again and okay. actual height is only 6 foot. Yoshinori Suzuki looks a whole lot taller than that. So Ino replacing Sakai. Fourth change from Takayuki Yoshida. Osaka by Nagato. So trying to get the cross in. Love the comfort blanket of a second goal, Kyoto Sanga. Eric. Well, Sanfrecce Hiroshima remain level though. A draw would be enough for Kyoto Sanga to finish third, but they won't want to rely on that. Tula. We're going long. Otter touches it back. Osaka. Now Sasaki. Sanfrecce Hiroshima currently being held 0-0 by Shonan Bellmare. You would have expected them to win, and Kyoto Sanga probably will still be expecting that. Over 20,000 the crowd for this one. Is nigh on capacity at the Sanga Stadium. Elias down now. It's not been his day today so far in front of goal. His compatriot Marco Tullio with the only goal of the game so far. Not a great deal he can do now anyway, because Kasia Miranda's Leo Ciara has scored twice. Marco Tullio again from a not too dissimilar position, but didn't get hold of that one particularly well. So Leo Ciara now on 21 goals. 4 ahead of Rafael Elias. Well, he's certainly produced something to build on this season as Joe Cuiget. João Pedro. Mateus Tula. The switch to an autumn to spring season should certainly help the J-League club's chances in AFC club competition. They'd be in line now with the Saudi Pro League. There's Yamakawa. Muto. Eric with the touch out to Sasaki. Swings the cross in. Osako just couldn't get his head to it. That's better play from Vissel Kobe. Inviting ball in as well from Sasaki. Just the top of his head to that, I think, Osako, but not enough to divert it goalwards. Quarter of an hour to go. 1-0 Kyoto Sanga. Rafael Elias, it's good play, he's got all the way and he scored. 2-0, goal number 18 of the season for the Brazilian centre-forward. And Kyoto Sanga have surely wrapped up the points and a third-place finish. Clinical play from Rafael Elias. Vissel Kobe set to suffer their 10th defeat of the season. Plenty of work to do here. He's surrounded by 3 Vissel Kobe defenders. Outfoxed them all though. And a rifling finish. Got the winner at Yokohama FC last weekend. And he surely scored the clincher here. Well, there's no trophies. There's no place in Asian club competition for finishing third. But it means a great deal to this club. They are about to finish the highest position they have ever finished in the Japanese top flight. A club with a long history as well. They're one of Japan's oldest clubs, founded way back in 1922, 103 years ago. It was one of the few proper football clubs rather than a team which was part of a big company. Touch off by Fukuda. Back to the edge of the box and missed everybody. Here's Hara. Away by Tula. Fukuda coming off for KYOCERA. First change for Kyoto Sanga. They're on by Osako. Sasaki. And a super quick response if they're to get back into this now, Vissel Kobe. João Pedro fouled. He's had a terrific game in there. That really was superb centre-forward play from Rafael Elias. They've not been quite right domestically this season, Vissel Kobe. Three successive titles, notoriously difficult to do, especially in such a competitive league. contenders change season on season. Here's Eric. Sasaki. Across to the back post, played in towards Eric, who dummied it, thinking that Osako was behind him. Header out by Sugai. Nagato. Eric turns, gets the shot away, it's blocked by Miyamoto. Well, there's the goal again. So positive from the second that he gets the ball. Well, there you have it, Leo Ciara's 2 today, putting him on 21. He's level second with Rafael Ratau now of Cerezo. He needed a big day today and Leo Ciara not to score, but that hasn't happened. Here's Hara. Leo Ciara scoring the 2 goals that look set to fire Kashima Antlers to the title. João Pedro. Caught by João Pedro. Sasaki's header. Muto again. Ino. Going for distance, Osako beaten in the air. Ogihara took a swing at it. And a foul again by João Pedro, and a free kick to Vissel Kobe in a useful position. Those players, João Pedro plays very much on the line, always likely to pick up a booking or two. Puts his foot in, as he did there. High energy performance from him today, though. Yamato makes himself scarce, I should say. Osako is over this, and Ogihara. Ogihara was always going over. Took a flick off the wall. It's going to be a corner for Vissel Kobe. Ino with it. Challenging. Second chance to deliver maybe for Ino, played back instead to Kawasaki. Osako. João Pedro was there. Well, they've been struggling for goals of late, Vissel Kobe, and it's been the case again here. MEIJI Sasaki being replaced here by Jean-Patrick. Five changes made now from Takayuki Yoshida. Gihara's cross in. Better away by Suzuki. It's a lovely ball from Rafael Elias to Marco Tullio. Little back heel for Hara, who sliced through the ball. These will certainly be two of the sides targeting success in the J1 100-year Vision League. It gets underway in February. Shortened season to fill the void until the new 26-27 campaign gets underway. Here's Muto. Corner for Vissel Kobe. Changes now then with Yonemoto and Okugawa coming on. Tullio and Tema Matsuda make way. Made his part to 10 in the end. Marco Tullio struggled early on, but produced the opening goal, and then a lively performance after that. Hara's header. Could be in behind again here, Kyoto Sanga. Maikawa with the save. Gihara. Miyamoto. Tula's header. And the yellow card out for João Pedro. Is often a yellow card waiting to happen. That's his 10th of the season. Yamakawa. Tula. Nagato down the line looking for the run of Jean-Patrick. With two to deal with here. Sugai did well though. Always struggles for regular starts. It was the case for him at Cerezo Osaka. He made the move to Vissel Kobe in 2023, but although he features in pretty much every game, it's only a handful of starts every season. Just 5 in this campaign. Muto. Osako. It's a corner. As we enter the first minute of 5 to be added on. Gihara. Missed by Yamakawa, but Vissel Kobe pick it up again anyway here with Ino. Spirited end to the game from the champions, but too little too late really. Cross in towards Osako. Ino after that. And Yokohama F. Marinos have got a goal back against Kashima Antlers. Yun Amano in stoppage time there. So as it stands, the top two both winning, so just a point between them in that title race, but could there yet be late drama? Sanfrecce Hiroshima now leading Shonan Bellmare 2-1 in an exchange of goals there. So they would be level on 68 points with Kyoto Sanga. Header away by Yamakawa. João Pedro looking for the return. Almost got it from Hara, but Eric was chasing back well and one possession. Pedro to Hara. Cougar were chasing after that. Now Sugai. Header out by Yamakawa. Nemato. Again by Okugawa. He's done well. Rafael Elias. Sugai. Whipped into the box towards Harrow, who just couldn't get a toe to it. João Pedro. Ino clears it away. Osako. And so Rafael Elias finishes the season with 18 goals. He's now being replaced for the final minute or so by Fuki Yamada. His efforts this season appreciated by the home supporters. And Yamada is on for his 12th appearance of this season. 10th time from the bench. Had a loan spell in Portugal last season with Nacional, the team from Madeira. 13 appearances for them. There's Yamakawa. Suzuki's header away. And that is the final whistle. Kyoto Sanga have got the result they needed to finish in the top three. And you can see what it means for KYOCERA. Best ever finish for Kyoto Sanga in the Japanese top flight. They have finished above Vissel Kobe, the champions of the last 2 seasons, with this victory. It is their first win in 4 against them. No trophies, no AFC place, but a remarkable achievement for KYOCERA and this Kyoto Sanga side, who have improved from finishing 14th last season. For Takayuki Yoshida, though, it is a trophyless domestic campaign, and they will have to be content with finishing in 5th position this time around. A real drop-off from the last 2 seasons, but they are still very much on the AFC Champions League elite hunt. Currently top of their group, and they return to action in midweek in that competition. But their domestic season is over. This finished Kyoto Sanga 2, Vissel Kobe 0. Well, a great result for them, having lost the last 2 meetings here against Vissel Kobe. They have come out on top in this fixture at home for the first time since a 2-0 win in September of 2022. And the first win in 4. KYOCERA, very emotional. They won their final 2 games of the season after a difficult run, 1 win in 8 that cost them a tilt at potentially winning the title. Too many draws, though, proving their undoing, but it has still been a quite fantastic season.
決勝ゴールのマルコ・トゥーリオ選手です。ナイスゴールでした。38分のシュートシーン、どんなイメージだったでしょうか。
Esse gol dá o mérito pro nosso da comissão técnica que fez uma excelente análise do time adversário e antes de começar o jogo ele falou que poderia sobrar uma bola ali para mim e sobrou. Pude ser feliz no chute e muito feliz.
試合前からですね、コーナーキック、そのオフェンスのところのコーチがしっかり分析していただいてたんですけれども、そこにボールがこぼれてくるっていう、分析があって、その通りになって、ゴールが生まれたと思ってますので、自分たちもそうですし、監督、コーチすべて